Hello everyone. Today, well, we got snow. It's the week before Thanksgiving, and we had about a 10-inch snowstorm, which is really uncommon for where we live in Pennsylvania, especially this early in the winter. Normally we don't see that kind of snowfall until, usually around Christmas or starting to get into January. But we're not in Pennsylvania. We are in New York, in the Catskills. We are gonna do a little winter backpacking trip, which this is my first one. So a little excited, a little nervous, hope I stay warm. I bought some new gear that I'm pretty faithful that it's gonna do the trick, but we're gonna find out. And a little extra sense of security and confidence is I have this gentleman with me. So anyone that's not familiar with Kurt, which most of you should be, and if you're not, you should go check him out. But he's experienced with camping in the cold temperatures, so if I can't figure something out, I have someone that can give me decent advice. But so we're at the Rider Hollow trailhead, and this is the Balsam mountain area, which is what we're gonna do. So we're like right here. The plan for this is to hike up to the trail, up to the mountain, and come back the trail that's not really marked here. Oh, it's right here. So we're gonna come up this way to the summit and then follow this loop back around. It's not really that big of a loop. We're only looking at, man, I want to say like a total of 8 miles for 2 days, but it's winter, they're not going to be cranking out big miles. But that's it. Gonna go get started here. Talk to you guys later on. Just proof we're not the only crazy ones out here. Hello. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks. You too. So we're starting our climb. We decided to go clockwise and get what appears to be the harder bit of climbing out of the way straight away. But we're rewarded by a nice stream to hike along. Yeah, so far pretty nice, but the Catskills never really disappoints. Alright, so as I said, down at the trailhead, first ever winter backpacking. And now I've day hiked a lot in the winter, and I understand how like layering works, but I asked Kurt a little while ago, when is sweaty too sweaty? And one thing for anyone that's never hiked in the winter or has never backpacked in the winter, some of the first things to take away from this: get used to taking your pack on and off a lot. Especially if you get sweaty easy. So I probably had my pack off 3 times now to adjust my layering, but I'm pretty comfortable right now with my level of warmth and my breathability. But pretty cool rock feature. So we've been steadily climbing this trail, and we're definitely over a mile in. We should soon be coming up to the Catskill Divide trail. When we hit that, that's gonna start leading us up towards the summit of Balsam. Let's see, what else can I offer you guys from my experience here. So if you're new to the winter stuff and you're looking at buying gear, clothing, don't be afraid to, you know, go to Walmart, go to Target, buy some of the more bargain pieces of gear. Just because it has a big price tag doesn't mean it's the only way to go. Now granted, I do have expensive gear, but I offset that by buying some cheaper gear when I'm able to. Like currently, all of my base layers are purchased from either like Walmart or Target. I found that the Champion brand works really well for me. Again, just because it works well for me, might not for you, but for me, the Champion stuff does pretty well. And that's currently what I have for my bottom layer. My base layer up top is actually a long sleeve activewear shirt I got from running a 5K. But we are up to the junction. So Balsam Mountain, we're 1.3 miles away from the summit. It's currently 2:18. We didn't start our hike until about 12:30. We've come 1.3 from the trailhead. Oh, something, I don't know if I ever mentioned this before on any other Catskill hike, but the way the Catskills does like their loops, they use 3 colors for their trail markers. They use blue, red, and yellow. And they do it in such a way that two trails of the same color never butt up against each other. And I like that. It really helps make navigating up here easy. That, and they're usually really good with their signage. Good morning, everyone. Well, we survived the night. Didn't really film anything once we picked camp. It took a little while to find camp, and when we started setting up, we got a little bit of a snow, like a snow flurry. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of precipitation. So we hurried setting up, and then we started working on gathering firewood, which unfortunately it was too cold to have a fire, but thankfully it really didn't affect us that much. Neither of us were fully dependent on needing a fire. Just would have been nice to, you know, thaw out the booze and things like that. But this is our setup. I'm using my tarp, Hemlock Mountain Outdoors Coyote Pack. It's a 10-footer, and this new piece of gear that I picked up it's like a mummy pod style bag. It's a 0 degree. It's from Hike and Bike. They don't actually call it a mummy pod, they call it a hammock compatible sleeping bag. And it has ends that open up to let a hammock pass through, or you can close those all up and just use it as a regular sleeping bag. First real test with it, it did pretty well. I did have a little bit of coldness, but I think part of that was the situation of having like wind all night, and the ends, I like these opened up a little bit with me being in the hammock and spreading the hammock more, so I think that that was letting a draft in, and I didn't realize it last night. And Kurt's set up. He's got the orange wedge. Oh yeah, that's right, that's the official name of it, right? Yeah, so that's the sun-kissed hammock that he's been prototyping and testing out. But all in all, not too bad. It looks like we're just gonna leave our gear here and just take what we want to take with us, like water, snacks, up to the summit, and come back and then grab the rest of our stuff and head back out the way we came in. We left our packs and the majority of our stuff at camp. Everything's packed up, we just have to grab the bags and go. but we're coming up to the first really steep ascent for this hike. There was a few little ones yesterday, but they were really short. A lot of the Catskill hikes that I've been on, they seem to work you up to some really steep stuff towards the summit. But this is where we're going up that. So we decided to play it safe and not go all the way to the summit, and we're heading back down. We made it as far as like 3,100 and some foot elevation, and we're on our way back down. This is that steep section from almost the top. So this is kind of what we're looking at. And it just keeps winding down. A little bit of the scenery. Pretty awesome stream we get to hike alongside of. Okay, we're back to the gate. You can see the car. And gotta say, first overnight backpacking trip, success. You know, might have to tweak my insulation a little bit to get the maximum benefit out of it, but stayed comfortably warm. Got a few cold spots while sleeping, but really not bad. Hiking was nice. This is a new part of the Catskills for both of us, so that's always fun. It's always nice to come and check out a new part of the Catskills. Love it up here. We did not get to the summit of Balsam Mountain, which, it's whatever. Kurt wasn't feeling exactly the best after eating one of his snack bars, so we just played it on the safe side. But for me, that's always an excuse to come back and do it again. I definitely do want to come back and complete the whole loop another day. And that's pretty much it. Just a great time out. Don't let the cold weather and the winter weather, like snow stuff, stop you. If you want to get out and do this stuff, just go do it. Just make sure you have good gear, or at least gear that works for you. That's like the biggest thing I could offer on that. That's it. Had a great trip. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Go check out whatever video Kurt puts up, and catch you guys later.